going on, everybody? This is Dustin Weber here, and welcome back to Hippie Stank. Alright, today we're going to have 3 topics, and I'm going to go briefly over here a little bit. I didn't have too much time to plan this video today. I had work, and I had a bunch of crap to do after work today, so it's been a long one. But anyhow, we're going to be talking about the law of attraction, Nofap, and conquering your environment. Okay. So we're going to start things off with the law of attraction here. Just a little basic overview. I know a lot of people have been talking about this recently, but I'm going to put my own 2 cents and input into it. The law of attraction has many external methods to get maybe a more of a long-term respect to the law of attraction. These aren't like instant gratification kind of things, you know. Some external methods: meditation. Key is consistency, constantly returning to this method every single day. I would recommend it at least once a day, but morning and night would be proficient, and even optimal would be morning, sometime during the afternoon, lunchtime, and then late at night. That's particularly, if I had the chance to do it 3 times a day, I would do it 3 times a day. Another method of external methods of creating the law of attraction would be your diet, what you eat. We are all electrical signals. We are creating electricity. We are electrical beings. When you eat stagnant junk food that has no electrical current or low electrical currents, it's not going to help you succeed or attract or magnify electrically, magnetically, anything that you want. If you're eating meat all day long, 3 meals a day, I'm not saying meat is bad for you. I'm saying if you consistently, constantly are shoving meat down your throat, not sexually, god damn it, but if you're eating meat all goddamn day, there's a chance that you're getting clogged up and you're not shooting those signals the way you should be. So make sure your diet is good. Eat multicolored fruits and vegetables. You need a whole, it's like the color spectrum. You need to eat a whole variety of these things. You gather information from different areas, environments, things of that nature. You're going to gain information from the world from different fruits and vegetables. If you eat the same meal all the time, you're not going to change. You're going to be the same person. And if you're looking for change, you got to change what you eat. And for the law of attraction, to attract what you want, you have to really change how you eat. You have to change who you are. It's action. Okay? Another step, visualization. Constantly going back to visualizing in your mind what you want, how you picture it to be, where it's going to be, how it's going to take place. You can even apply it to your senses, how that place is going to smell, what aromas are going to be in there, what colors are you going to see, how will the texture of the couch you're sitting on feel. Like, very detailed descriptions of the environment in which you're putting yourself. Being able to visualize that is very important to a long-term manifestation of the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction is always happening, but the pace at which you create it noticeably determines on how well you apply your methods. So, let's see here. Yeah, a lot of times people forget the actual work you have to put in for the law of attraction. You know, you have to apply your thoughts, and you have to apply emotions with your thoughts, and then you have to apply actual action, doing something. A lot of times people don't talk about the part where you actually have to be done visualizing and then go act out these emotions and abilities that you have been visualizing in your mind. So, let's see. Coming down to action, we're going to move into Nofap. And a lot of you may not know what Nofap is, and I recently just discovered about it, and I'm going to now just recently be enacting it myself. I'm very curious if this actually works. I've heard a lot of good reviews, and it's going to be freaking difficult. But Nofap is basically no jerking off, no masturbation, nothing of that. I mean, you can have sex with a woman, or if you're a man, you want to have sex with a man, that's fine, whatever, female, it don't matter. That part is fine. It's the actual act of you doing it to yourself. It's basically I don't know the exact specifics to it very well yet. Like I said, I didn't get as much research as I would have wanted. But basically, you're holding in this sexual energy, retention, and holding back this sexual energy to basically be able to transmute it and turn it into a higher vibrational energy and utilize it in your life in a different kind of way. So basically, turn lower aspects of sexual energy and transmute it into a higher energy. Let's see. Having the desire to ejaculate, but having the willpower to retain and then be able to eventually let go of that thought and move on is a way of exercising the law of attraction. Um, it also will increase your sexual energy. You will basically attract more women into your life if you're male. Female, you'll attract more men. It's not even down to male female attraction. It could be attracting money. It could be attracting anything you put your mind to. You have more life force energy inside of you to utilize from. So I'm going to start that. I've already been 2 days into it, but I didn't want to mention anything until I was really sure that I was going to do that. 1 second. Stop. All right. Anyhow. And then, so I'll keep giving you guys updates on that and let you know how that is going for me. But, man, my goal is really not exactly to attract any women or anything of that nature. I'm running in a pretty steady relationship, and on the fact that I've never really had the struggles. I've had pretty much the raw resources I've needed in that category. So for me, it's more of attracting business ideas and situations in a life that are going to help me prosper, and I can utilize this overly excessive sexual energy that I'm going to store up and turn it into maybe heart energy or throat energy, communication energy, or third eye, or solar plexus, or anything of that nature. Just be able to transmute it into another area, because the sexual energy is very low down base energy, and you have a very high excessive amount of it. Well, people vary, but in my case, not just my case, but in the case of chakras, it's down and low, and is one of the more abundant forms of energy. So I'm curious to see how I can utilize that and change that over time. And then last and not least at all, conjuring up, or not conjuring, conquering your environment. So basically, what I'm meaning by this is, say you're at work and multiple customers are being rude to you. The environment is very high energy, but it's negative. There's a lot going on. And for you to sit in that environment and you don't have to look any certain way, but in your mind and interacting with yourself, watching this environment and taking in that energy and letting it flow throughout you and transmuting it back into neutral or positive energy, not letting it affect you or make you negative. It will actually, people will notice that in your environment, and it may actually have an effect on them as well. But to be able to change how you think, feel, and interact with your environment, and not allowing the way you think, interact, and interact. What was I saying? Emotion, interaction. What's the dang third one? Let's see. Losing my notes here. Anyhow, I'll get back to that later. But going into your environment and basically taking whatever energy they're giving you, transmuting it back into a neutral energy, not being affected by it. Let's see what I wrote here. Yeah, basically that is all I wrote about this. An example today of conquering my environment. I had a phone call from a customer, and they were asking. I work at a crystal shop, and we do tarot, or even some people will say tarot readings. We do card readings here, and we got a couple readers. And a lady had called in, and I answered the phone. Hi, this is Dustin, yada, yada, yada. Welcome to the house of Ravenwood, the place I work at. What can I help you with? And they're like, well, are you guys doing any experiments today? I'm like, well, we don't really do experiments, but we have readings and things of that nature. We have tarot readings. I said tarot, and she kind of stopped, and she was like, what did you just say to me? And I was kind of like confused. I'm like, what? She's like, I'm going to hang up now. You sound like you have no idea about anything about your job. And I was like, okay. And then she hung up on me. And in that second, I was very angry. I had that hot energy, prickly energy in my chest. I was feeling, it really was throwing me off for a second. And then my practice of bettering myself in my environment, don't letting outside sources affect my inner self. And I was able to be aware, bring my awareness to the front of that scenario, be aware that this lady had just affected me in this way, and realize that there's no need for it to be able to affect me in this way. And I took a deep breath and breathed out that negativity, and breathed back in and kept my shoulders wide and let it out. And then I vented to another person, and I let them know, and I was able to quickly diminish that feeling that was put into me. And the more you practice that, the more you can conquer your environment and not allow certain environmental forces affect your day to a great extent. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Video will be up, and I will be creating another one tomorrow. Probably throw up an Instagram video if you haven't followed me there at Hippie Stank. Have some good stuff going on over there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.